We have right here the brand new Skoda Kodiaq. This is the 2024 version, and in this video I will do the test drive and I will explain you a little bit more about the car, because last time when I got the car I didn't have too much time with it. So in this video I will have a little bit more time to explain you how it's to drive. Plus, on this version that I have with me right here, we have also the DCC, dynamic chassis control, which I'm super excited to test. On the last version I didn't have it as an option, but on this version we have it, so I can explain you everything about that. First of all, we have 19-inch wheels. They are optional, 1,300 euro around there. I will explain you more about the car in a separate video. I will have a full review video, so stay close to see that video as well. Is the 5-seater right here. Also, this is the keyless entrance, of course. It works lovely, and also the interior look fantastic. I love this cognac color, and from what I understand, this color and these seats are made, some part of them are made from the rest of the coffee beam, which it's make it even more interesting. The quality is fantastic. I love the seats, I love the position, I love the fact that you have also the possibility to adjust it electrically. Also, it's an option, of course. You have massage on the seats, ventilated seats, heated seats. Yeah, anyway, more about that I will have a separate video. So this car is almost full option. The only thing that's missing is the panoramic glass roof, but other than that we have a full option Kodiaq right here. The electronic handbrake, it's here, the button on the side, and also those buttons for the lights are on the left side. Now let me go inside. I want to give you a few information about the car and then we will go forward. So first of all, now the thing is like that it comes only with this selection version, at least in most of the country for the moment. Also interesting is that it will come the Sport.Line as well, the sportier version. Let me start the engine, by the way. Here is the button on the left side. I just start the engine. The thing is that there are so many cars that comes around here. I just prepared to start the video and was nobody around here. Will come also the Sport.Line version, the sportier version, but for the moment I saw that in most of the country we have only the selection version, and it comes standard with so many features which I will explain you in the review video, of course. But let me give you some technical data and then I will explain you a few things about the car and then we will start driving. So the starting price for this new Kodiaq, it's 37,076 euro, and from here you add the options and you have so many options. If you go on Skoda website you will find so many options to choose from. But the car that we have right here, because it's almost a full option, it goes to 53,559 euro, which is really good price for what this car offers, and I'll try to explain you as we go in the video. Also in the full review video I will explain you all the options and why it get to this price. Anyway, you can get it with diesel or petrol engine. You can get it also with more different powers, so you can get it with 150 horsepower or 193 horsepower, or you can get it also with a petrol engine TSI, a mild hybrid system. We will talk about that also in the review video, but the version that I have with me is the version that I totally recommend to the people that still want to drive a combustion engine car, a very reliable combustion engine car. And from my point of view, this engine here, it's probably one of the most reliable when it comes to combustion engine, and it's the 2-liter TDI diesel engine. It's 4 cylinders in line, 193 horsepower, 400 Newton meter. It's an all-wheel drive system, the car that we have right here, and it's also connected to a 7-speed automatic transmission DSG. Top speed of the car 220 km/h, 0 to 100 in 7.8 seconds. The fuel tank capacity 58 liters, turning circle 11.2 meters, and the weight of the car 1,849 kilograms. The ground clearance 18.7 centimeters, and the fuel consumption, which we will test in this video, it's 6.3 liter. I will reset and we will drive on the highway in the city. We will see the consumption. CO2 emission 166 grams, and the drag coefficient around 0.289, which is very good for an SUV. The car comes with independent type McPherson suspension on the front and independent multi-link on the rear, plus we have the DCC plus the progressive direction, which is included in this performance package, which costs around, if I remember well, around 800 euro. Anyway, I will give you more information about that in the review video. Of course, other than that, all that options. Let aside those technical data, let me explain you a few things before we start driving. First of all, I love the fact that they add those physical controllers here, the wheels and the physical buttons, which you can change the vent speed from here. If you press it, you can change the volume, or if you press it one more time, you can change the different driving modes. And we have so many driving modes on this version. We have eco, we have comfort, we have normal mode, then you have sport mode, then you have off-road mode, then you have snow mode, and then you have individual. And if you go to individual mode, I don't know if I can go here, and then you go to driving profile, and if you go to individual, you can configure the individual mode. And because we have the DCC, dynamic chassis control, which come with those new dampers, incredible system. From my point of view, is one of the biggest invention in the car, this DCC. So this is one of the biggest plus from Volkswagen Group, which I think it make the car feel and react in such an amazing way. So if you want a comfort, you put it all the way to comfort. You have 15 modes here, or you can put it all the way to sporty, and the suspension become more stiffer. And I will drive in all these modes and I will explain you, but I try it all and they are work so fabulous. And it's great that you can configure it and choose how much comfort, how much stiffness you want to have on the car. You go on the highway, drive sporty, you put it on sport, dynamic. You go on the city, you go, or in the city or in the places where are a lot of bumps, you put it here on the comfort, and then will react fantastic. And from here, of course, you can configure it the other steering wheel, the drive, and adaptive cruise control light and all that stuff. But first of all, we will drive on individual. I will leave it like all the way on comfort, and I will explain you, I will change those. So I will explain you a little bit how they are working as we go, and I have some interesting roads for you as we go in the video. Otherwise, from here you have ventilated seats, you have heated seats, and you have also the temperature, which is fantastic for the climatic system. Steering wheel adjustable manual, forward, backward, down, up, super simple. Behind the steering wheel here you have a stalk to set the autopilot and the travel assist. We will test this also on the highway. You have this button from where you can change, for example, the speed limit warning. If you don't want to hear it, you just deactivate it so fast from here. The lane assist, the travel assist, AC and limiter, also from here you set it up, super simple. But you can configure it also this digital cockpit, 10-inch, fantastic cockpit, fantastic graphic and information. So you can configure it from here, so simple and so fast, and it shows you so many information. I will reset also the consumption in the second. And the cool part is that you can see also this off-road information, because it's the 404 version. You can see, and you can configure it, you can see the position of the car. The downhill assist, you can activate it from here, and you have the traction control, and you have also this display which shows you the degrees and the position of the car, which is super useful as well. You have also the auto hold function here, but you can also activate it from the menu. And also the start stop button, it's here on the screen, so you don't have any more too many buttons here. So most of them are here in the screen, and to be honest, it's much better this screen than what was before. I really like the way they position it, and it's just so good. I love the interior, man. Skoda make such a good cars in the last years. Okay, let's drive it, and I hope I'm not forgetting something. The gear selector is here behind the steering wheel on the right side. You go up in drive, but you can put it also in S. You put the gearbox in sport mode, or you can go in reverse, just like that. You just rotate it and you put it in reverse. And of course, because we have this option, we have also the 360 degrees camera, which shows you what happened around the car. Fantastic features. It's not the best resolution on the cameras, but are really useful. Great. Now guys, the head-up display, I think you already see it. Let me go a little bit in the back and in the front, because you can see it a little bit better, the head-up display on this gray background. You can see right now the head-up display is directly on the windshield. One of the best head-up display from my point of view as well. It's amazing. It's directly on the windshield. It has such a good colors and brightness, and also it gives you so many information from navigation. And you will see later when we activate the driving assistance systems, you will see how cool it shows you the cars and what happened around. Let's go and drive. So easy, so convenient. You adjust the seats in electric adjustable in every position you want. You have massage on the seats, you just press the button. I will talk about that in the review video more, but let's drive now. Of course, electronic handbrake is here, auto hold, you saw it before. First of all, let's start with something really interesting which I want to show you, and that's park assist. Because it's such a big car, this Kodiaq, it's one of the biggest, is the biggest basically SUV from Skoda lineup. You can get it also optional with 7 seats. It's important to park it, and for some people, for some probably people, it's hard to park such a big car, and for that reason you have this option park assist, which help you park the car. And let me show you. I activate it from here. You activate it from the menu, and then you go around the parking lot, and then the car will search for the parking lots for you, helping you park the car. You see, it finds one, but I want to park close to this car. So all you have to do is just go around cars, just like that, and then look at this. It's just find the parking lot, right? And then you just choose one, choose how you like to park it, horizontally, with the back or with the front. This is the big advantage. You can choose how you like to park it, and then just press the brake, press start, and then just release the brake, and the car will do the job for you. All you have to do is just pay attention to the surroundings, hold the foot close to the brake, and then wait until the car it's parking. But always pay attention to the road and to the environment. Even though the car have a lot of parking sensors and cameras around, it's still important to surround the environment, to look around the car. But look at this, it's doing a great job. I tested before, it works pretty good from my point of view. The only thing is that it's able to park only nearby other vehicles. So if you would want to park, let's say,
now take the second right
in the parking lot, and then it's just stop. If you want to park in the parking lot where are not other cars, you cannot park it. So other cars, I don't remember exactly the name, but other cars are capable also to park, for example, in a place where you don't have other cars, you have just the lane painted. But this one is not able to do that. But here you can park without any problem anyway. So yeah, it's not a big deal. So I will leave it on the first page. Like you can see also the navigation there. First impression, it's that we have set it up. Let me check again, and we will go on individual, configure it. Let's talk a little bit about the dynamic chassis control, which I find it one of the maybe it's a better idea to stop this navigation, because it will bother us a lot in this. I want to go right basically, and let's go to configure it. Okay, now we are on dynamic chassis control, all the way on comfort, and we will go on this road which is super bumpy, and we will test it. We will test how it is and how it's managed. But I tested before, I have to tell you, I drive it before, and I was so impressed, man. I mean, this DCC, dynamic chassis control, it's a must-have. If you buy a brand new Skoda and you have the possibility to get this dynamic chassis control, I think they call it Plus now, if I'm not wrong. I think it's dynamic chassis control Plus. Before was only dynamic chassis control. Why they call it Plus is because they improved the dampers. You have now 2 valves on the dampers, and it can control individual the expansion and contraction when it goes over the bumps, which it's much smarter, and it's incredible how they improve all the time these suspensions. And over the bumps, I have to tell you, you feel like you're having air suspensions. I'm not joking with you, it's really like you're having air suspension when you hold it all the way on the comfort. It feels like you're on the water, like it's floating. It's so soft, it's so nice, it's incredible. I will definitely put this DCC dynamic chassis control on my list if I will buy this car, and will be a really important factor when you choose the car, when you want to have comfort and feel these incredible, fantastic suspensions. I forget to reset the consumption. I reset it right now. Since start is 0, you see that? and we will look at the end of the consumption. But I have to tell you guys, it runs smooth. The sound insulation, it's very good. You barely feel noise from outside, and if I'm not wrong, the car comes, yes, with double glass. So we have this option where we have this acoustic glass also in the front, on the side, double glass. So the sound insulation, it's extremely good, and the comfort, yeah, I will give it a 10 from 10 when it comes to suspensions and comfort. If you have this DCC, 10 from 10. And then you can adjust it from here. If you don't like it so soft, you put it a little bit stiffer, and now it's a little bit stiffer. If you want to have a balance between sportiness and comfort, you put it in the middle, so now it's much more comfortable. If you want it sporty, you put it on the right all the way, and right now you can feel the difference, how the suspension become much more stiffer, but stiffer in a good way. I mean, you feel the stiffness, but in the same time somehow it keep the feeling, that hard feeling when you go over the bumps. So it's definitely something to have on the car, and it's incredible the way it works. For me, it's just fantastic. Also, with this system, with this option, it comes progressive steering in a steering wheel, which means at low speed the steering wheel, it's extremely soft, and at high speed you have a stiffer steering wheel, which high speed or handlings and so on, that help you have a better stability on the road, which are so important, those features. And I see that many reviewers don't talk about them or don't give them too many the attention that they definitely deserve. Now it's a little bit traffic today, so we have to try to go around here and also make the review, but also it's great for the consumption because we can see what kind of consumption we get. The climatic system, it's on level 1 low, as always on my test. So for those of you that see my test, you know how I test the cars. The head-up display, it's also fantastic. You get so many useful infos there. It's extremely clear and doesn't bother you when you're watching the road and stuff like that. But in the same time, it's probably also one of the best head-up display out there on the market. There are so many good things in these cars. Also the price, from my point of view, I mean, it's really good. Around 53,000 for such a big car with so much technology. I think it's a pretty good price. Now people came today from holiday, and I think they are a little bit with the head around there as well, because they drive a little bit chaotic. Now we are with the suspension in all the way in sport mode, and you feel like it's a little bit stiffer right now. You see it right now, so you definitely feel sportier. It feels quite nice. Oh man, it's so real. The feeling, it's extremely real. And what I notice is that we can also test it. If you go left here, we can test it around here over those bumps, and you definitely feel it's a little bit stiffer. But if you go all the way in comfort mode, now now you're like floating, man. It's like you're on the water. It's such a big difference between those two modes. It's like you're having other car. It's incredible. I always told you that it's fantastic system. I will definitely get it. Of course, excepting that you have so many driving modes: off-road mode, sport mode, comfort, and eco mode, and you can switch it from here. Very simple. We can drive in all modes. We go in eco, and then the car will choose how to react over the bumps and so on. In eco mode also it will give you a little bit less power when you press the acceleration. So in eco mode it's not only the suspension that adjusts, but it's also the engine, the gearbox, and the steering, depending on which driving modes you're choosing to go with. And yeah, this is really smart stuff. Excepting for that, you have such a tall driving position, you feel powerful. I have so much space here. I mean, it's so much space. Adjustable armrest in this super nice leather. This is artificial leather, by the way. It's not real leather, but surprisingly it feels like it's real. It feels really stable and strong, and it feels good quality. It's not the same as you feel in Tesla, for example. It's much more stronger. It feels like much better quality. Now guys, it's crazy smooth. Even the steering right now in eco mode, it's very smooth, very light. It goes around those roads here, because here we don't have such a good roads, and the car is doing fantastic. I feel like I'm driving an super expensive car, almost like you're having air suspensions. It feels really good. No wonder why Skoda sells so many cars. So many people are interested in Skoda, and they sell so many cars because they are really good cars. And this is the second generation Kodiaq, and it's already fantastic. Imagine on the third, fifth generation will be amazing. The gearbox, it's incredible. It's the 7-speed DSG, which it's working so good, so smooth. You don't feel when it's changing the gears. It's like super linear, super smooth and silent. Yeah, I don't know, I don't want to advertise this car, but it's really good, man. I mean, it's a really good stable car. The brakes and the pedal work fantastic. The steering, and even if it's a big car, you can go around those corners so easy. Put it now in comfort, we will have that incredible comfort, and everything is switched to soft. Look at this, over those speed bumps. Lovely. Again, a speed bump. It's crazy how such a big car, it feels so comfortable. And the way the engine run, by the way, this is a diesel engine, and to be honest, it's not noisy at all. You don't feel like it's a diesel engine, you feel like it's a petrol engine, and even when you accelerate it feels pretty quick, which make me wonder, man, they work so much on these engines. I'm so sad for them. I mean, I'm a little bit sad because in the future, of course, we will not be able to drive anymore on diesel because it's not environmental friendly and so on. But they managed to get to a point where those diesel engines are so smooth and so good and so silent that I feel sorry for them. They're just perfect. I don't think you will feel the need of something else when you drive the car. So I told you, if you're on the market for a car that's not an electric car, I think this diesel engine, it's one of the best you can get, and it's also very reliable. You have, I think, also 4 years or 120,000 kilometer warranty, but in general they are good engines. The maintenance is not so expensive, and the service as well, and also if something broke, usually they are not very expensive, so you should go around very fine with the price as well. Then of course you go in normal mode, it's switching a little bit different. It starts to become a little bit more responsive, a little bit more quick, and also the suspension become a little bit more stiffer, which help you also in the curves to have a better dynamic. For example, around here you will have a little bit nicer acceleration, but also better dynamic because the suspension become a little bit stiffer. Oh, and it stays so good on the road for such a big car, man. It's lovely the way it goes around the corners. the progressive steering you definitely feel, and you feel how good and it's adapt to the road, and it helps you stays really well on the seats. Even though you have those side supports, even the seats are crazy good, crazy good, and it's comfortable. Lovely car. Now anyway, we will switch it after in sport mode, and we will go on the highway. I will show you also the travel assist, and we will test all those driving modes. But in general, I'm such a big fan of what Skoda and in general Volkswagen Group do in the last years. Really good cars, and Skoda grows so much in the last years. I mean, they are growing so much, guys. Yeah, anyway, now they are becoming so good, and the price are not that big, man. That's the good part. The good part is that the price are relatively good. So keep in mind that this is the top. Keeping in mind that this is the top of the lineup, and you buy it for 55,000 with full option. I think it's a pretty good price, keeping in mind how much technology and how many safety features you get on this Kodiaq. I think it's a must-have. Look at the cameras when you go around at small low speeds. You can see around what happened in the cameras, because you have the 360 degrees cameras. It's really useful. Auto hold, it's working perfectly. You just press slowly. The pedals are smooth and good quality. The steering quality and everything, it's really good layout. Soft materials almost everywhere, even here on the doors, up here. So yeah, you almost don't have with what to complain. Plus I have so much space, have many space here in the door bands. We will talk about that, of course, in the review video. But yeah, just keep in mind that it's pretty good. A lot of space here, wireless charging. Those are perfectly positioned here. You can change them very easy. Here you have physical button on the steering wheel from where you can change the view and different information and different views. Now, by the way, we have 8.2 liter consumption until now with this traffic and the way we drive. And you can change to see only the navigation in the front or the wheels, or yeah, just like that. So you can choose how you like to see it. Very nice car. The visibility in the mirror here, it's pretty good because you have a square window in the back, so you have a good visibility also there in the back. So also glasses support, LED lights around here. Yeah, it's a nice car. It's a nice car, and I'm happy that I can retest it today, because we have the DCC dynamic chassis control, which I can show you how it works. And you saw before, it's such a bless to have it. And it's the second generation of dynamic chassis control, where they even improve it more, and they share the technology with Volkswagen Group. So you can see this technology also on Volkswagen cars, on Audi cars, and even on Porsche cars. So that's impressive. I mean, to share this technology and to have it in a Skoda, that's great. Big mirrors, actually. The mirrors are huge mirrors. You have such a good visibility. Plus, look how nice they put the buttons here for the windows and also for adjusting the mirrors electrically. And you have also heated mirrors, and from here you can adjust the mirrors so simple and so easy. All you have to do is just switch it and then you adjust it. But incredible good visibility. Now going down on these bumps, it feels so smooth. And because we have double glass, look at this, with all this noise outside, it's still soft inside. It's definitely really silent, man. And if I hear music, I don't hear nothing from outside. That's another plus. I don't know, I like the car a lot. It's probably one of that car that I will put it in top 3 my favorite 2024 cars. There are in my top for sure. This car it's in my top. So it's one of that car that I can recommend you to buy it. If that's the question. I know I have a lot of questions for you. In the last period I didn't have too much time to answer, but if your question is it's a good car, yeah, it's a good car. If you want to buy it, just go for it, because it's definitely good. The blind spot technology light, it's here in the mirror. I think you probably saw it before. It's right here on the side. It's not on the mirror glass. Now let's go to sport mode. Let's switch to sport mode right now. And I think this is the sport. I'm not sure. No, this is the sport mode. Now we are in sport mode, so the suspension should be a little bit stiffer. Yes. And we will go on the highway. I will show you also the autopilot and travel assist. So let's go out on the highway. And if we want to accelerate, it has a little bit of delay in the beginning, just slightly, and then it's grip pretty well. Yeah, it's quite nice. Good grip, good start. Now let's go on the highway. Here it's really interesting, because here I definitely want to set up. It's very simple. Behind the steering wheel down here you have this travel assist, which you set it up very simple. You choose the speed just like that, and then the car will drive, will hold the speed, will keep between the lanes. And the cool part is that you can switch the screen view, and you can see it right there in the middle, the same as you saw on Tesla. You can see really clear what's happening with the car in real time, when it's accelerate, when it's braking. You can see the cars on the left, on the right, in front. So the car will accelerate, will brake, depending on the speed that you choose here. So you can see it sees the car on the right, on the left, and it's holding so good between the lanes. Also, this is called travel assist. It's an option which you can get it, and also I definitely recommend you to get it if you have the money. Don't miss it out, because it works really good. It stays perfectly between the lanes. It's accelerates, it's braking depending on the car in front. It's very useful in the traffic. It's very useful when you go on the highway. You just hold your hands on the steering wheel and the car will do the job for you. Will take a lot of stress and tiredness from you, so you will be much more fresh if you drive long distances. And you can see it sees also the trucks, and you can see also on the head-up display the information, and the car sometimes it shows you the trucks and stuff like that. So the head-up display not only read the traffic speed limits, but read also the traffic signs, which also it's super extended. It's also connected to the navigation, and the car will know what's coming next. So in this way it can adapt to the road, and it can brake when it knows it comes a roundabout or stuff like that. So again, so smart system. Again, here we will have a little bit of traffic, so you will see once we set up this, you will see how the car will react. So right now you see I set it up, and here it's crazy hard. This curve I have to take the control because it's hard for all the cars, even for Tesla. But even in the curves, now we are in sport mode, it feels much more sportier and much nicer, and you definitely feel the differences. Now let me show you. When you activate this, you just have to press it once, okay, and it's activated. And right now it's traffic. You don't have to do anything. It's just have your foot on the brake and have your hands on the steering wheel, and then the car in traffic will accelerate, will brake, will keep the distance between the car in front. It's just like that. Look at this. How cool it is, right? How convenient is that? And it warns you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel, but you can set the higher speed, so the car, you can choose the distance between the car in front and your car, and you can see also, the good part is that you can see the settings on the head-up display, which help you a lot to not look down and still have your heads on the road. And you can see the car right now, it's reading the speed and also the other traffic signs, which you don't have to cross past other cars around here because you have the straight line. Again, incredible travel assist. It's also one of the best on the market these days. I tested it also on the Volkswagen cars, on the other cars from Skoda, the new cars, and it works really good. Now we are in sport mode. We will have a little bit of fun with the car. It's reacting immediately, so when you are in sport mode, you floor it and you press the foot on the acceleration, it become much more responsive, the pedal. The engine will stay in higher RPMs, so will be ready to give you that acceleration. And also the suspension and the steering become much more stiffer. Right now it's much more stiffer. It definitely gives you that sporty feeling on the road, and it feels much more stable and nice. Anyway, let's change also the graphic. 8.5 liter consumption. I don't try to drive economical, so I just drive normal, you see, in sport mode and so on. Let's go a little bit of head. I love the fact how easy it is to adjust the seats. From here you have the buttons, you adjust it fast. Now in sport mode, definitely it stays much better on the road, in the curves. It's a lovely car. For day-to-day driving, it's a fantastic car. It's a fantastic family car. Look at this acceleration. It's fantastic. Really, you have a lot of power even when you go uphill. 193 horsepower. It's definitely more than you need. It's probably one of the best family car out there which you can buy these days. There are many good cars, but this is one of that fantastic car. Now guys, what I was surprised to see is that right now we are driving 120. You feel like you're driving, I don't know, you don't feel like you're driving so fast, to be honest, and this is a good thing. You don't hear too much noise from outside. That was one of my biggest surprise, probably because you have the acoustic glass, double glass, and it's impressive. And those rims are 19-inch rims. You can get also smaller rims, which come standard. But even with this bigger, boy oh boy, it's really good. 130 and you don't hear too much noise. A little bit of wind from the mirrors, but otherwise engine is silent, the cabin is silent. A little bit of wind from the mirrors cap, they're really big, but otherwise so good. It's really good. Fantastic job. It's a fantastic cruiser, man. It's an amazing cruiser, amazing car. From my point of view, it's whew, lovely car. It really sits so well on the road. Again, you want to set up the cruise, the autopilot. You set it up from here, and then the car will just hold the speed, keep within the lanes, accelerate, brake. So good features. Again, you can set it up from here. You can switch this view, and again you see the car. It says between the lanes, accelerate, brake. It works lovely. Anyway, I will take over now, and we will drive also a little bit in the city, and then we will stop this test drive. I hope yeah, I cover almost everything in this video. Right now we are in sport mode, but we can switch the sport mode. We can switch back to comfort. Comfort, it's my favorite mode. Comfort and eco mode is my favorite modes. Definitely my favorite driving modes. Now over those bumps, oh, it's like floating over those bumps. The brakes feel so good, and you can see even on the screen there, it shows you to brake. It gives you a lot of useful infos and tips. So nice. Man, it's so smooth over the bumps. Wow, over those bridge gaps, it feels so smooth. And you're driving 70, it's like nothing. It's a premium. It's definitely a premium car. The advantage and the tip is like that, guys. If you don't have the money for an Audi, but you want to have the same advantages, this is the car. Skoda, this is the brand for you. So yeah, it's incredible. Anyway, I like really a lot how they position those wheels and those you can see how easy you change the temperature, change the ventilation on your seats, and it's really pretty. Ventilation, you hear it? It's pretty silent. It's also around here, because they're perforated, it comes some air so you don't sweat down here. And it's pretty silent. I like it. It's one of the most silent ventilation in the seat. So good. Great job, great stuff. I'm really I really like the car, and why I choose to test drive it and do it one more time is because we have this dynamic chassis control, which I want to show you, and I want to explain you also the things that I didn't explain you on the other test drive, because I didn't have the car for a long time, but now I have it a little bit longer, so I can take my time to go through everything. Also, the good part is that you can drive it in the city as well, because the steering wheel and everything become really smooth and nice. Now back to eco. Good, so we will park around here and we will wrap up this video. So let's see, where is it? Here. Let me park here. So you go in reverse just like that, and then you have all these 360 degrees camera, which help you so easy to park the car. Go here and drive, and then back, and you have also those active lines which guide you really easy, but you have also those big mirrors which help you to park so easy. Park button is here, and right now you're in park, and that's it, guys. Lovely driving feeling. Now let's see the consumption, because we all want to see that, right? Where is it? Here, since start, 7.5 liters, 18 kilometers. Pretty good from my point of view. that was the video, guys. I hope you get some useful information again from this video. I hope I cover what I didn't cover in the other test drive, because I have another one on the channel. From my point of view, as I told you before, it's one of the best family car which you can buy today with a pretty good price, taking in consideration the offer, all this technology and the comfort features which they offer, the driving feeling, the material qualities, the space in the car, which is incredible spacious. For more information, definitely check out the full review. There I will show you everything: interior, exterior, multimedia, material quality, space, technical data, all. So definitely check out that video. Thank you very much to all of you that are watching my videos. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, if you have questions, ask me down below. I will be happy to answer to all of you. Until next time, guys, stay safe and I see you soon. Bye, guys.